Who's this?
Prisoner 627. I'm coming for you, Makarov.
Haven't you heard, Price? They say the war is over.
My war ends with you.
Like it ended for Captain McTavish? Tell me, Price, how long did it take him to die? I've destroyed your world piece by piece. It's only a matter of time until I find you.
You won't have to look far.
Damn, man, that delivery, I get chills. That's nostalgic for me.
That's awesome.
Man, that is so cool.
No, and here's a challenge, basically. I mean, you have somebody who's trying to compete with you.
That kind of reminds me of a classic 80s action film, like the good guy versus the bad guy type of thing. That part just then. I think that's why I love that. Just tracking down that villain. You know what I mean? I don't know.
No, again, villains you always have to have a villain. There's always a yin and yang, you know? There's a positive and a negative. That's why I always... My mom is a peace lover, so I'm always like, Mom, the human race is not meant for this. For peace and love.
Who are some of your favorite villains over the years? Do you have any that you go, wow, that was pretty good?
There's a lot of good ones. I don't, again, I'm horrible with names, and I feel it all depends on the performance of the actor. And there's a lot of great villains.
Hannibal Lecter comes up on Google.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good one.
He did a great job. Yeah, he did a great job. And again, yeah, that was, you don't, I guess the best villains are the ones that you least expect. And they don't portray themselves as villains.
Darth Vader's another one that comes up.
Yeah, I mean, he's calm, cool, and collective. He's, that makes sense.
Norman Bates from Psycho. All right, let's play this final death scene of Makarov. We'll play it in full. Let's have a look.
I think Jack Nicholson.
Oh, he's brilliant. Yeah, you can't go
him.
wrong with Jack Nicholson. Brutal.
It felt real. I like the hits and the punches, so I did a good job.
You know what the thing is that how did you find those efforts that you had to do? But don't you blow out your voice?
Towards the end, yes, definitely towards the end. That's usually they stagger it. They have dialogue in the beginning, and then towards the end of the day, that's when they'll give you call outs for screams, yells, and punches. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And
And
what's
then
that like, seeing yourself getting smashed, your character getting smashed and killed in front of you?
now does the player kills me, right?
Yeah,
You just killed me right now.
I just killed you. Yeah, that was me.
And so they made it that easy? Or is there a certain way you need to know there's a noose you have to wrap around my neck? How does that work?
No, so the mission leading into that is, so you're taking out a bunch of Makarov's men to get to him.
Hmm.
So the hard part is taking out all the men before him. Once you get to him, it plays out quite easy for the player. Yeah,
So once in the helicopter, that's pretty much
pretty much
already
it. Yeah, just a couple of
done deal.
clicks and moving the mouse, and that's
Okay.
it. Yeah. I feel like at that point, it's like you've just gone through all those men. So they're kind of like, let's give the player a satisfying ending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
So,
That's that's awesome. Oh, by the way, this is my phone.
so no iPhones for Makarov. You got a flip phone, mate. I didn't even know they still made them.
It's heavy duty. It's waterproof. Drop it.
So you like the feeling of flicking it up and
No, I like the feeling that it fits in my pocket and I don't have to worry about cracking it. I literally it feels like a brick. It's heavy.
oh really?
Oh yeah.
Any have we got any apps on that thing? Like
Oh yeah.
it's got
It's
social
a
media and
touch.
everything? Yeah.
It's a touch screen and it's everything. You know, you can scroll down.
So it is actually kind of new.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah. This
okay.
is a
That's
modern
cool.
version of just my fingers are way too fat to do any texting or anything like that. But yeah.
I have the same issue. My fingers are so fucking fat. Always misspelling things.
I don't know how to spell period, so it doesn't matter. I love to spell.
How
Yeah,
much do you
English is.
still speak Russian, or do you just speak English only now?
No, I speak Russian to my kids.
Oh,
So
you
they
do.
understand everything, but they don't speak back to me. But no, I'm still fluent in Russian. I do because I lack practice. Sometimes like, oh shoot, how do I say that word? But I usually what I do is I find ways to describe what I'm trying to say in order for my kids to understand them. So if they don't understand a word, I won't translate it into English. I'll just speak what it is in Russian, and so that way they'll understand it. And if I don't remember it, I just have to deeply dig into my memory and try to remember it. But no, I'm still fluent in Russian, but because I don't speak to too many people, I definitely certain vocabulary words escape my memory. Because I mean, I came here when I was 12, and what am I? So it's been a long time. And that's pretty much my structure. My Russian structure was there in Russia. So 12 years of Russian. After that, it's always English.
And when was the last time you were back there? A couple of years ago, you said.
Yeah, I was there and right the year after COVID, so 2021 in Moscow. It was
And
good.
I don't want to speak about the war if you don't want to. So I'm wary. Is that something you're comfortable with talking about or not?
Absolutely. No,
Yeah.
because yeah. Uh I've I think there's a lot more in the war that we don't know or that we're not aware of. Um it's not just Ukraine saying, "Hey, we want to be independent." Because I mean I'm quarter Ukrainian. I'm quarter Ukrainian, quarter Russian, and half Siberian. That's my
Oh
blood.
wow. Okay.
And so for Ukraine to just say, "Hey, we're that we're not Russian or we're not part of Russia," I don't I was there when I was a kid. I would go there and I would spend my summers.
In Ukraine.
Um, I have relatives there, so so for me, it's I can understand the logic of Putin to win back Ukraine. When Russia fell apart, I was actually very bummed. I mean, I don't know much about politics, and I'm sure there's lots of reasoning why everything did occur. But in 90, or was 89, in 89 to 92, when everything, the perestroika happened, I was disappointed because it was everything was Russian, and I guess it's something about conquering the world, and it was there, and then it disappeared and fell apart.
So how much do you keep up to date with that? What's going on over there?
I watch the news here, so it's whatever I see in the news. But I
So you're
know
not hearing stories from relatives or anyone over there?
over there, it's no, I don't. My mom gives me feedback over there. People don't really, they're not, according to my mom, they're being kept in the dark, or they being fed information that is needed to be fed and to be heard.
The Russian people?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I feel the same thing about being United States. We're not getting the full truth of things. We're only being fed the information that we are needed to be fed in order to continue the war there or supply the weapons. But no, I think, and I don't want to take sides because
Yeah.
I know war is a atrocity and it's horrible that it's going on, but it is a war. And when somebody goes to war with somebody, there's going to be innocent civilians dying. It's a fact. So, well, I mean, just when Makarov comes in and starts the war at the airport, that's pretty much what a war is. You know, it's you do things in order to get things across. So you get your point across or get what you need and what you want. And to me, I feel that's human nature. Violence has been with us from the beginning. We've always been conquering and pillaging, and it just now it's weird how before it was accepted, now it's accepted in certain situations, and then in certain ways it's looked down upon if it benefits you. No, and I mean, honestly, I feel like it wouldn't have occurred if the United States did not supply weapons. And I do feel the United States, you know, we're not doing it out of goodness of our hearts. I don't know the details of anything. I can't prove anything, but my gut feeling says, yes, definitely the United States has something at stake here and that they will benefit from in the long run.